Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian from Ridgeback Productions, and I help beginning voiceover talents grow their business and generate a lot of income. Lots of it. Lots. Right? Before we get into this, if I could just say this video is brought to you by coffee. Keeps you going when you're tired. It's been a day. It's been a day, but that's okay. I like that. Days can be busy and fast, and sometimes they're slow, and you get a little bit of everything, but that's all right. Anyways, we won't go into that, but what I do have for you today, and if you didn't catch the title, which surprise, you probably did, I have another Fiverr gig review for you, and this is from a talent named Lay Moon. And interesting because we've had some conversations, a little bit of back and forth before this review, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what her gig is all about because I like her questions. So, okay, we should back up. If you want a Fiverr review, just like Lay, you can go into the description below the video and there is a link to get a review. Okay. If you want to get 50% off that already low price, if you put in promo code LUNA, L-U-N-A, promo code LUNA, you can get 50% off what is already a low price. Okay, that said, that's what Lay did, so she got her review, but in that we can email back and forth prior to the review to check things, or sometimes I just give it. But we had an opportunity to have a little bit of back and forth and great questions. Man, she's got some really, really good questions. So I'm looking forward to the review and potentially working with her. Working with her would be afterwards. I don't know. The math might be off, but it seems like about 8 or 9 out of every 10 reviews that I do, most, if not every single one, goes for the consultations. I do consultations with clients for about 60 minutes. It often goes over. I only charge you for 60 minutes, and a lot of times it goes over. A wealth of information comes out of those. And to be honest, that's kind of where the main growth comes from. These reviews are great and you get a lot of information and a lot of help with your gig. But the truth is, it really comes down to the consultation and us working together and going over everything together. So, okay, that being done, really looking forward to seeing Lay's. Notice I keep saying really looking forward to. I haven't seen it because this is how I do it. I bring it up and then I don't look at it. And then I start hitting record and I go for it because I want Lay to have fresh eyes. I want you to hear fresh eyes from a buyer's perspective on what am I seeing? How can this get better? And what would a buyer see that maybe you don't want or that you should add in or things you can adjust? So, all right, without further ado, let's get right into it with Lay. Here we go. All right, here we are. So we're going to just jump into it. Your title, I will do a comedic, raspy female voiceover. All right, so 3 things I look for is I look for where are you from? Because that's a big thing. Buyers like to know who they're hiring or the language. Okay, so one small thing just to keep this title if you wanted would be I will do an English comedic raspy female voiceover, okay? Because you have to keep in mind, Lay, that buyers aren't listening to you yet. It's based on your title and your thumbnail, which we'll get into in a moment. So you should mention the language you speak or where you're from, because often when you say where you're from, that says your language. And then mention your gender or sex, which you do, and what you do, which is voiceover. So this is good. Overall, it's good. I would just add in where you're from or that you do it in English. But this is good. It's very niche. Niche meaning you're looking for only one person. Not one person, but one type of buyer. A buyer that wants a comedic, raspy voice. Great, and I'm sure you do this amazingly. However, keep in mind that this is very, very specific, and you're narrowing out your buyers by just those that want this. Anyways, if this is what you want to do, and you and I did talk about this ahead of time on character voices versus, acting and all that stuff. Great. Just saying, if you're looking to just like get into character work, then maybe let's create a gig that's only for character work and not just one of your characters. But that's fine. We're going to go off this with just one character. But if you only want one Fiverr gig for voiceover, which you shouldn't, but if you only want one, then let it be general, and it could be, I will be your female American character voiceover or something like that. Very general, but that's fine. Okay, so I will do a comedic, raspy female voice. That's good. Okay, your thumbnail for who you are. It's good. It's colorful, draws attention. I'd like to see it a little bit bigger, rather than the halo colors around you. It's artistic, but it's about hiring you, not the art, so to speak. Okay. Looking at your summary is 2-day delivery. That's a big no-no. We'll get back to that. One revision, $10, 100 words. Okay, a couple things to unpack here, Lay. So when you're just starting on Fiverr in voiceover, and I can see that you're a new seller on Fiverr, you are not trying to make money. Your currency isn't to make money. Your currency is to get orders, because once you get orders, the goal is to get the 5-star reviews out of that. As you get orders and grow your reviews, your 5-star reviews, then you'll slowly move up to like a level 1 and stuff like that. And that is when you can start charging more money. But for now, a buyer isn't going to hire, I shouldn't say isn't. Most likely a buyer is not going to be hiring a new seller that is charging $10 for only 100 words with 2-day delivery. So we have a couple things. As a buyer, if I'm looking for a seller and I'm willing to hire a new seller, which there's a lot of buyers out there that are willing to hire a new seller. If I'm willing to hire a new seller, I probably want it cheap, because I'm not willing to invest a whole lot of money into a new seller just in case they're not very good. All right. So now you're probably thinking $10 isn't that much money, Brian. Well, you're right. $5 is cheaper. And you can definitely hook more buyers with $5. And as I'm searching, I can filter out that I want 24-hour delivery. And if I do that, you will never show up. So let me restate that. If you say on your gig that you have 2-day delivery, then anytime a buyer filters in the filter of who they're looking for, if they decide to filter that they're looking for sellers that have 24-hour delivery, you will never show up. Even if you're perfect for what they're looking for, they'll never see you because you don't offer 24-hour delivery. Now, there's tricks to that where you can offer, because you're thinking, Brian, I can't deliver in 24 hours. But can you? Can you deliver a little bit? Doesn't mean a huge script. Can you deliver just a couple words? Because you want it to say 1-day delivery. Now, your 1-day delivery can be just a few words. That's fine. But 1-day delivery is pretty important. And I would drop that price down to $5, like I said, and then up your word count to like 250, 300. That's ridiculous. And no, you're not going to make money, Lay, but you are going to get orders. And once you get orders, then you can start growing your business and you can start upping your prices or upping your word count, which gets you more money. Okay, so I know that's hard to hear, and I've had talent tell me, I can't in my heart of hearts charge $5. Okay, fine. You do you, but just telling you. That's my recommendation. I would go with $5, 250 words, 300 words, and you should have 1-day delivery. If you really can't do 1-day delivery, then it's fine. You do what you got to do for your own personal life in your business. But my suggestion is to have 1-day delivery. It's drastically going to make a difference. Okay, let's go to your thumbnail because the thumbnail is huge. I have, and I'll link it in the video. I have videos on how important thumbnails are and how to craft a good thumbnail. And I got to tell you, Lay, I love the artwork, but this is not what we're looking for here. What we want for a thumbnail, because let's imagine a gallery. Okay, so we have a gallery with, I want to say it goes 4 across, or maybe if they're on their phone, it's only 3 across. It's 4. There's a lot, and it's small. That's the point. Is it's small. So on a screen that offers a small thumbnail, you want to pop out there, drawing attention. And that is awesome artwork, and it does match the character that you're doing, but it says nothing. So what I'd like to see is I would actually like to see your picture, 1/3 of the picture. And that's another thing. You have a square format that says, I apologize, I'm not sure what that says. Triple Chole. I'm sorry. My apologies. Maybe I should know what that is. I don't know what that is. And a buyer's not going to know what that is. BandLab. I see a music note. Does that have something to do with music? So again, I apologize for not knowing what it is, but I'm just being straight with you. A buyer's not going to know either. So let's not do the square format. Let's not have things on your thumbnail that don't even apply to the business. BandLab, that doesn't apply. Even if that's like a side business you have, or I don't know what that is, I apologize, but this isn't what we're looking for here. What we're looking for is a strong thumbnail in the aspect ratio that Fiverr's looking for. And I'd like to see your picture in 1/3 of it. I'd like to see text take up another like 2/3 of it. If you would like to use that character, you could bring the character in artistically, but you and text that says comedic female voiceover or American female voiceover or raspy, something that's more important, because you want the buyer to go whir and stop, see that thumbnail, and want to see what's happening. A buyer's probably going to bypass right over this because the title is smaller than the thumbnail. Just buyer. I've been told by Fiverr success managers. I've talked to many people, and what buyers do is they scroll through the gallery and they're visually looking. And when something grabs their attention, and that's the thumbnail says it all. And if the thumbnail doesn't grab their attention, they're moving on. And I like this artwork of this lady with a cigarette, but and it's funny, but it doesn't say anything to what you're doing. It looks like awesome artwork. So, okay. I'm going to click on this, and this should be a demo. And what I want is it needs to be a video. It doesn't need, well, it should be. Should be a video. Fiverr says you're about 60% more likely for engagement or purchases with a video. So a video is obviously what we want to do. It should be a video, and it should be a demo reel of options of what you can do. Now, I know your title is saying a comedic, raspy female voiceover. That's great. So I expect to hear that, but maybe I'm hearing a comedic, raspy female voiceover doing different voices or different scenarios. Let's see.
Oh, just me and my coffee. Oh, sugar. Come over here and give me some smooches.
All right, this isn't bad. I mean, I like it. For a character, this is dynamite. This is dynamite. I'm going to kind of scrub through and see if it's the same character.
That is so... Voice acting! Well, I didn't realize that...
Okay, so it's a great character. I do like it. And if this is what you're trying to sell, it's awesome. But it's a one-trick pony, as the saying goes. So if a buyer's looking for this one character, you are in. But can you do other voices? Or can you do this voice doing other scenarios rather than sounding like they're coughing and talking about voiceover. I guess I didn't hear the whole thing, but if you only can do this voice and you really want to sell just this voice, then let's put this voice in different situations so that a buyer can hear what they're going to get with this voice, not just one. One of anything is not enough because the buyer only gets that one, and then that's all they get, and it's either a yes or it's a no. If you want a reel of options so that the buyer hears it and goes, nah, but before they have a chance to click away, they're hearing something else. They're like, oh, I do like that though. So maybe change, not saying change. The idea of the review is to let's take the review and make it better. So to make it better, add this voice or this character doing different things so that the buyer has options. Or better yet would be your gig could be character voices and then you present other characters. But I don't know if you can do other characters. We could talk about that. Okay, so that's going to be one of your big takeaways. At the end, I say, what's the big takeaway? This is your big takeaway. Okay, Fiverr allows you to put up one video and 3 audio samples. So looks like you have 2 audio samples. Okay.
Voices were.
Okay, so it's the same thing. That's all right. Sometimes when we're new sellers, we don't understand exactly how to place things. So what you want is you want a video for your first slot, and you want it to be a demo reel of options. Every 8 to 10 seconds, you're changing. And then the 3 audio samples should be different. So you're really giving a buyer a lot of options. And your audio sample is just the same thing. So let's assume that a buyer clicked on your gig, heard your first one, and was like, what else can she do? Goes to click on your second one, your audio sample, and it's the same thing. And obviously, well, maybe they liked it. If they didn't, they're gone. You know what I mean? But a second option, a third option, a fourth option would be great. And Fiverr allows you to do that. You can have the video plus 3, and you have the video slot, which is not a video, and then your one audio sample is the same. So we got to get some more stuff out of you, Lay. We need more demos, more options. What's this? Okay, and this is just a picture. I ditched the picture. The picture's in here twice. But this is this is better than this, but this one right here, Lay, this is what shows up in the gallery. Your first one that you put is your, maybe what you did was you did 2 audio samples. Okay, that's fine. Whatever is first, if it's not the video, whatever is first for your audio samples, whether it's the video or the audio samples, whatever is first is going to be your gallery thumbnail. And this is your gallery thumbnail. Better would be this. Even better, Lay, would be, honestly, I'd love to see your pretty face in this thumbnail so that you're attracting is not the right word. You're getting the attention of the buyer because they like to see what we look like. And I know it sounds weird, and I pushed against this for like a couple years when I started. I was like, I'm a voiceover talent. It doesn't matter what I look like, but it really does. Buyers really like to know who they're working with and what you look like because we're people. We want to work with people. So this isn't bad. It's got the elements of what you're doing. But if I just saw this, I would think you kind of like were an older lady that smokes rather than just a character. We haven't met. Maybe this is you. I don't know. There's a lot of guesswork I got to do in these reviews. But you don't need the picture. You definitely don't need the picture. It's not helping you in any way. What I would do is I'd get more demos up there and I'd make a video. All right, let's scroll down. About this gig, I can tell you right from the start, it's too short, so we need to make this longer, Lay. I will be voice acting your stereotypical cigarette mom type of voice. I like that. You're being assertive. The wording, grammatically, it sounds weird. I will be voice acting Even if you're like, welcome to your new VO stereotype, something else like that. I will be voice acting. How about just get rid of voice acting. I will be your stereotypical cigarette mom type voiceover. That's what you should do. I will be your stereotypical cigarette mom type of voiceover or type voiceover. Okay. Raspy hilarious. I'll have everyone laughing out loud until they also sound like a cigarette mom. I love that. That's great. But you got to give a lot more, because in the Fiverr search, it searches title, it searches your gig description, and it also scrubs through your tags. So we want to lengthen up our gigs and gig descriptions so that there's more words to scrub to bring us more forward in the search results. So what do we put? We could talk about what they can expect as a buyer, how you're going to make them feel, tell them about your process, tell them maybe a little bit about how important, how important what they want is to you. Like, you want to fulfill those needs. Okay. That kind of stuff. Language, other. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. This is another language. It's English. I'm assuming you put other because it's a character and it doesn't fit. I'm not sure, but other's not the right one. Go back to English. This is in English. Let's put it in English. If it was in German or Spanish, put Spanish. Your age range is youth, gender female, good, tone, angry, dramatic, energetic, gritty, sarcastic. Okay. It's this character. I'm always scared and nervous to put the tone of angry, because it could come across to the buyer that you're angry rather than it's just the character. I mean, I know I'm just like really picking this apart, Lay, but I'm trying to help you out. Maybe a different one might help. Maybe we can come up with a different tone description rather than angry, but it's not bad. You got all 5, which is good. There's 5 slots. You got them. Your purpose, audiobook, video game, animation. All right, cool. Let's ditch audiobook and let's put video narration rather than video game. Did I say video game? Sorry, it's been a long day. I told you that. Forgive me. All right, audiobook, you're going to ditch it. Yeah. Let's put video narration, video game, and animation. That's going to help you a lot. Video narration it's the number one selling purpose for voiceover artists on Fiverr. We should all use it, because almost anything we do in voiceover could be video narration, with a small exception, which is why I always just recommend it. And you can ask me what that small exception is in the comments if you want to know. All right, about the seller. You are a digital artist and a voice actress. That caught me off guard. Okay. I'm going to assume you have gigs up as a digital artist, and maybe that's your artwork. Again, I do like your art, but there needs to be a separation. We don't put these things together. Ooh, you are a brand new member. Okay, cool. I can help you here. Brand new member. I can help you here. I'm an amateur voice actor. No, don't do that, Lay. You don't want to do that. I never recommend that you admit that you're brand new. It just oozes of you're not capable. So you can leave that. There's no reason. It's not like you're lying. You just don't need it. Okay. I'm an amateur voice actor with lots of acting experience. There you go. You could just say, I am a voice actor, because you are, with lots of acting experience. That's not a lie. You are a voice actor. I've heard what you can do. It's a cool character. So you're a voice actor with lots of acting experience, 7 years of dance, singing, acting, and art experience. Awesome. And I think that is just cool things to have, but that doesn't apply to voiceover. Ditch it. I'm an artist who's ascending out of the matrix through my career path. That is a very artsy expression. That's cool. I dig it, but nothing to do with voiceover. Ditch it. That being said, I've been brought here to work for you. Okay. Reword it, because I do like that you're confident in saying, I've been brought here to work for you. You can leave that part in, but anything that doesn't apply to voiceover, you don't need it. Now, the challenge is when you're running two businesses, you're a graphic artist and you're a voice talent. It's a challenge because this about the seller works for both. So I don't know how much I can help you on here. I can help you as far as voiceover. It's tricky when you're trying to do two things at once. Of course, if you allow so, I will be a wonderful partner to work with. I enjoy growing and pushing myself past my limits. These are all good, which entails a job well done. Good, even for an amateur. I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't put even for an amateur. Just put which entails a job well done. Aside from voice acting, I'd love to do any type of artistic. Yeah, see, Leigh, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Go all in on one of them, girl. Go all in on graphic art or go all in on voice acting, or get it, or figure out how to get another account and separate the two, because it is conflicting. Just saying. All right. I wish you would change that 1-day delivery. I'd wish you would change your word count. There's more options you can do. In these options, maybe this is where you provide, this is a good one. You could provide a thumbnail for YouTube videos. So like they hire you to do their YouTube video, and you can also do their thumbnail because you're a graphic artist, or find something that applies to graphic arts, how it could merge with voiceover, and then you can upsell that because you have more options to upsell. It's like going to a restaurant and it's a limited menu. It's fine, but if you have more things that you offer, you're more likely to get more money. Okay. You can have 5 tags. You have 4 tags. You should have this 5th tag. And these tags should be words that are not in your title, not in your gig description. Okay. They got to be all separate. And I can see that a lot of these words are just repeats. So you're not getting any help out of those tags. They should be unique. Oh, there you are. All right. So you do have other gigs that you offer. Okay. All right. Let's roll up to the top. Lot to unpack here. Like I said, Leigh, the really quick answer is I like it. This character is dynamite. The big takeaway is I would change this thumbnail to be the ratio of this. But I would love to see you in 1/3 of that thumbnail with a nice title. I'd love to hear more options for this character. And truthfully, the best bang for your buck is going to be drop down to $5 and do 250 words to 300 words so you can start getting the orders coming. And when I tell you how much that sounds crappy to say that, because I know you're thinking that that's not a lot of money. And I have talents tell me that all the time, but I promise you, they come back to me all the time in consultations and emails with updates of how they're doing, or they text me on how they're doing, and they're thrilled that like, oh my gosh, I have another order. Like, can you imagine how cool it is to have the problem that you're getting too much work? And that's what I'm getting sometimes from some of my talents, that like, okay, question, how do I slow down the work? I can't do this much work. What a great thing to have. And there's answers to that. And these are all the things that we go over in my consultation. Awesome. Looking forward to working with you, Leigh. I have a feeling you and I are going to stay in touch because you're awesome. And you and I have already been emailing back and forth. And I'd love to work with you. There it is. I like it. So, if you're interested in also getting a Fiverr review, drop down into the description below, and there is a link you can click on to fill out a form to take you to the form so you can get a Fiverr review just like this. I'll give you my honest opinion, and if you use promo code LUNA, LUNA, you'll get 50% off. And what else? Like, subscribe. Those are all things that comments, I love the comments. This is just all things that help the YouTube algorithm so that this gets exposed to more voiceover talents and we can help spread the love and help other people out there. So there it is. I hope you guys get a lot out of this, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!